meeting, as we know, is split between those matters in public and those matters in private, and we'll deal with those accordingly. Utilising the facility on the screen, we have a hand raise facility if people want to speak, or just indicate on the screen, and either Carl or I will pick that up. Usual format, we'll ask whoever to introduce the report, their particular report. I'll then pass over to Ian Martin for any supplementary comments or points he wishes the board to be aware of. Linda Horn is not with us this morning, but I can't see her. Carl will tell me in a moment. So it's the usual format, and as I said, 2 substantive items to take in the private session. So Carl, any apologies for absence, please?
Yes, Chair, apologies from Linda Horn, from Nick Oakley, from West Midlands Development Capital, Richard Moon and Andy Williams from Coventry City Council, and Matthew Hammond from West Midlands Development Capital.
Okay, can I just check then, who's going to cover Nick Oakley's reports in the...
That will be Gerald Ganaway.
Gerald, okay, that's fine. Okay, we've got notifications of substitutes. Any declarations of interest from any member indicate at this stage? No. If they come up during the conversation of any item, then obviously just advise Carl and we'll note accordingly. The minutes of the previous meeting held on the 19th of October have been circulated. Are there any issues? It's a matter actually for the record. I don't think there are any issues really that we need to report back on, unless anyone has particular concerns about anything. I just want them approved as a true record. See if we're all okay with that. Yeah, no indications, fine. Okay, so we'll then go to investment programme update and dashboard at item 5 in the papers that you all had. The IP dashboard is at page 19 to 24. We'll come on to that once we've taken the report. So, Ian Martin, are you going to give us this, or is Carl Pearson going to do it for us?
I can briefly run through, Chair.
Thank you.
So funding commitments at the end of October were unchanged at 776.7 million. That's against our available funding from confirmed income of 801 million. There's been no new schemes approved since last investment board. The costs incurred or drawings to the end of September were 227 million. So that's up considerably since August at 14.3 million, which is an increasing trend as projects move forward and drawings advance with a lot more rapidity. We're obviously sticking to the 801 financial ceiling as agreed with Mayor and Met leaders. There's a comment on the SQW report within the front section, but we're going to come on to that as a major item of business. Our forecast for drawdowns is against the 8 billion rather than just our 801, but it's further widening. So I'm discussing with finance colleagues how we get reporting from sponsors a little bit tighter on that and what we can do for a future board session. We'll bring that back and discuss. On the dashboard, we've got 61 projects recorded as being approved and have funding, and various sub-projects contained within those. Generally in good order, there's 4 red schemes on completion dates, 2 of which are concerned with UKC and with Urban Growth Company. We're waiting change requests on those. The Coventry City Centre South scheme, as board will recall, we're waiting for planning to be submitted before discussing what that means for completion dates and revision of that. And planning is now expected to go in for mid-November on the revised scheme, which board have seen. And lastly, on the A46 Link Road, we've got that as an item of business today, approving or not a change request. So that's for consideration later. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, any questions at this point in time on the programme? It's fairly static from what it was last time. I just want to raise a couple of issues. We are due some change requests. I do need to make the point, Carl, for the record, I am a director of the Urban Growth Company as a nominee of Solihull Council, no pecuniary interest there. But I do think we do need to push to get these these change requests into the system. They are somewhat overdue. So would the board approve a request back to Ian that the UGC are asked to get these change requests in as soon as possible with regard to those matters? Yeah, I think I get nods on that. So it looks like everyone's agreeing on that particular point. So that can be put in the minutes, Carl, as a position with regard to the...
Chair, recorded.
Sorry, you're right, Carl.
Recorded.
Thank you. Tristan, you've indicated.
Yeah, it wasn't on that point. It was another issue on the dashboard. So,
Do you want to take it now then?
yeah, just on the Sutton Coldfield, the sprint extension. I'm just putting the dates on the extension. I'll find the right item. It's the last one on page 4. All the dates are 2022, and I was just looking for a little bit of reassurance around those. It doesn't quite sit right somehow with me that they're as they are. Notably, the last date is earlier than the completion date is earlier than the projected date. It's only 2 years away.
Ian, can you advise?
I'm just referring back to the dashboard, Chair. So Walsall to Birmingham being one, pretty completion date of March 22 and forecast for March 22. Is that what I'm looking at, Councillor Chatfield?
No, sorry, it's the Sutton Coldfield one.
Sutton Coldfield.
Bottom one after it's Hagley Road. And then
Okay,
next,
yeah, on page 4 of the dashboard.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Can I take that away and report back to next board, please? I'll speak with Strategic Hub who provide this, and I'll also speak to TFWM.
Thank you.
So we'll take it back into the minutes and we'll bring back something at the next board meeting. That's fine. Any other questions or points? Everyone supported the report? Seems to me that everyone is content with that. Thank you. We'll therefore move on to Collective Investment Fund dashboard, the CIF. Gerald, are you there to give us this report, please?
Yes, Chair, thank you. Well, these are just presented for noting as usual. So the Collective Investment Fund dashboard, property, BLPDF and revolving investment fund dashboard. Any questions really are invited.
Question. Just a couple of points. 10 projects have been repaid on the CIF. We've had 37.15 million back. I think it was raised last time. We've delivered 433 homes and 1,560 jobs out of the investments at that fund currently. So I think that's to be recognised by the boards. You've included the brownfield land report there. Again, we'll take any questions on that. Mucklow Park, Tysley is fully drawn, I'm now led to understand. And the Whitehall Project revolving investment fund, which is residential investment fund. Park Homes Dudley has been repaid this month, so I think that's a point again. Nick Abel, please.
Thank you very much, Chair. Gerald, I don't know whether it's the right time to raise it now or at the end of the meeting when the CIF is revisited, dashboards are revisited. But I noted that of the 14 schemes where funding's been approved, 9 haven't drawn anything down. And I note from the more detailed report later on the agenda that one in particular, Barbary Hilton, which is in Wolverhampton, which is the largest allocation that we've made of £9 million, was agreed in August